Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Frida Says podcast, the podcast where we uncover all it takes to be and live as yourself. I'm excited today. We have a guest. Yeah, this is where you say your name. This is where you say your name.
Yeah, it's Alby.
Hi Alby, how are you, Alby?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. Welcome to the podcast. How do you feel?
Huh? Feels good.
Eh,
Feels good to be here.
It feels good to be
Yeah,
here. Okay. So you've listened to my podcast before, right?
definitely.
Okay, yeah. So you know that like with every guest, the first thing that we do is to ask them. I ask them what they value. So what do you value, or what are your values? Just to get straight into it,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, that's
Okay.
a very good question. You know why it's really good? Because I think hearing other people like talk about their values is kind of, I don't know, I guess you never really think about it until you've been asked, like, what's your values, right?
Yeah.
So mine personally would be,
You can say your top three.
huh?
It's
No,
top three.
I'll just give one because,
Why?
huh?
You have only one
Because
set
that
of.
one gives like,
Okay, it's like a summary.
yeah, it's like a
So let me
summary.
let you
Like,
talk. Huh?
yeah,
Okay.
let me talk.
Let me let you talk. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just give one, and it's basically like treating others how you'd like to be like treated. So I don't know if that's like, if that could be put in a word. That's like
Yeah, what's the word for that?
mm, an assignment for the day.
No, I think there's a word for it
Yeah,
actually. I feel like we talked about this before. You value reciprocation of not like of favors, but reciprocation
everything.
of like treatment. I
Yeah, like
guess.
if
Yeah,
don't do unto others what you wouldn't want
that's
to
what
be.
you live
Yeah,
by, huh?
yeah, that's it. That's
So that's
it.
what you live by in everything. There's no other
I
thing.
mean,
That
that's a primary rule. I think that builds every other thing because whilst you're on like the planet, I don't want to say Earth. Whilst you're on the planet, I'm just convinced that the world works and would be better if everyone just like follows that rule. So that
yeah.
has to be like the top of the food
So
chain.
that defines your relationships.
I
Defines
don't
your.
follow it strictly all the time
I
because
mean,
there's greed. Because there's greed, but I would like to follow it all the time. I think
okay.
everything will be better if it's so. That's like my value. I don't know if we can
Yeah, I
put
know.
it
I
down as well.
understand. I
My
feel. I
second
think
one would probably be
the
money.
okay.
I remember your friend saying money, and I was like, damn right. From the beginning, I don't know why he was going back and saying not money. I'm like, bro,
Yeah, the
literally.
acquisition of money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, just
Okay.
wealth in general,
Yeah.
and like being influential, being able to like influence other people's ideas.
Being influential,
Yeah,
influence other people's ideas.
yeah,
In what way?
not like being popular. I think being influential can be different from being popular. So you
Mm,
don't have to be out there, but being able to, how do I explain this? Like some pastors that have like a small pronounce that word, congregation, right?
mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, some pastors that have like a small church would usually just be like, they usually have like people coming to their church all the time. It can be
Mm-hmm.
just like 4 or 5 people, not family wise. I think they've been able to like influence those people
Yeah.
to always come to their church. So it
Yeah.
begins to feel like what other people are doing in every other church doesn't
Yeah,
really
doesn't.
matter.
So you're looking for minions.
Huh? I'm looking for people that can be influenced.
You're looking for
You can put
minions.
it that way, but
Mm.
by influential, I'm just, the
I know you
whole
mean for the
idea is in the
greater good.
positive.
Yeah,
Yeah, is in the
I know how
positive. But
you
if
mean.
you want to call them minions, quite all right. I don't mind being influenced. I don't mind being a minion
You
if
don't
it's
like being.
positive.
Oh, okay.
I won't mind. So it's just, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I gave you 3 at the end of the day.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That at the end of the day, I
Yeah.
think like there's a top three because like,
I think it changes all the time. But you see
yeah, that's
number
what.
one
Yeah,
and two
yeah.
constant.
No, I agree. Yeah, values change. I mean, like, as in, like, you should find three, because, like, what you said, like, the first one that you said, I don't know that, like, because you now said the second one that can influence the first one,
Mm.
greed, right? Your making of money could make you not treat somebody as,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
exactly how,
yeah.
like, you would like to be treated. So that makes sense. The second question I'm going to ask you, you have to think long and hard about it
Mm.
too. Does your life have meaning?
No. Okay, I'm joking.
Okay.
I think everybody's life
No,
has meaning.
do you think yours right now has any, like,
I mean, I've never been at a sport and felt like contented, if that makes sense. I've always wanted more. Wanting more to me seems like a meaning itself. It seems like you picture yourself somewhere and yeah, you're not there right now, but you
okay,
think you're gonna be there at some point.
yeah.
So at no point did I feel like, oh yeah, like my life was like meaningless because it has always felt like
You have
there's a
meaning.
greater purpose, like something is gonna happen.
Yeah. No.
I'm telling you, like we are gonna save this podcast, and when I blow, don't worry.
No, but like, why I'm laughing is not because of what you're saying. It's just because, like, I just recently joined a group of people who, like, imagine and see, like, oh,
Yeah,
there's going to be some meaning at the end of, as in, like, you're going to get somewhere. That's basically what you're saying now.
yeah.
Your life has meaning because, like, there's, like,
There's always
there's
that
always
hope. Yeah,
something.
there's always something
But, like, I
to
just created the hope for
answer.
myself
Yeah.
recently,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's interesting. It's
Yeah.
always interesting, but I feel like it's easier to not have it. I will not lie to
No, it's
you.
easier to have it
No,
because
it's not.
really.
No, it's not. Take it from
So you
personal
just wake up every
experience.
day,
And
eat,
you
and you
move,
just move.
you live in the
That's
present.
that's crazy. But
Yeah.
again, I think in that sense, maybe people less privileged, like people that are just not you, definitely not you. But I'm just saying, like it makes more sense for people
Okay.
less privileged just to be like looking for like the next meal and not trying to like.
It's not necessarily about looking for the next
So what
meal, though.
exactly
It's
is
just
it?
like you don't really have any set plans. Like you're fine. Like your life, I don't want to say that your life only has meaning right now. Like this is all you can see. So like you can't really see forward. Like you know how people say they're not going to kill themselves, they're not going to die. They don't want to die because they know that like one day they will get there. But like some people, some of us have not had that for a long time.
Hmm,
Does that make sense? But so like if you're thinking about meaning in the context of like having a future or like seeing or like having like dreams and aspirations that you can
James,
achieve, right?
that's
I wonder
important.
because then some people would like that means like if I'm using your meaning to classify like if you're using what you
Yeah.
term as your life having meaning to classify it, then like that means for the greater part of my life my life definitely do not
You know,
have
if
any
you're like
meaning.
a child, there's an exemption.
I'm not
Like,
talking about childhood.
so that's the greater, that's the greater part of your life
I'm
when
not a
you,
child.
not anymore, but
My
you stop being
adolescence
a,
is definitely like a part. The people start to dream when they're young, though.
yeah,
Exactly. So
but from when you're young doesn't count.
so you're telling
It
me that it
probably
counts for
starts
me.
counting
But
when
do you think
you're a teenager or something.
so? Those are like, those times are definitely not now. Now they definitely come and
Yeah,
go
you
now.
said the greater part of your life.
Yes, the
Have
greater
fun.
part of my life. I
Let's
just
keep,
said
let's.
okay. I don't know if you want to judge me or
No, I'm
something,
not
or
judging,
you're
but
trying
you're not
to.
getting my point.
The
So
greater part of my life was up until like this year now.
yeah, but that's if you don't get what I'm saying. I'm saying let's not count.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get what
but
you're saying.
yeah, that's what
Let's
I'm
not count
saying.
our
Yeah, you
childhood
start
years.
counting. Yeah,
Okay, I see what you
that's what I've been
mean.
trying to say.
I
So
see what you mean. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so but the answer is yes. You do think that your
yeah,
life has
yeah.
meaning. Okay, so this is actually a good one. What impression do you think you give when you meet people? When you first meet people, what's your first impression? Do you think?
It's different. I've met like obviously I don't know how many people I've met,
Do you have like
but
an
it
area?
depends on the social circle. It depends on the position. It depends on the person. I change. I'm kind of like a chameleon. I
Okay,
change depending on the
okay. Is
environment.
there something like they all say?
Constant.
Yeah.
A constant is that I'm always happy, I guess. So I give
Interesting. Do
that
you think
vibe.
that you're always happy?
Not really, but other people think I'm always happy
Why do you think they think that though?
because I laugh and smile a lot. How many times have I laughed in this podcast? Please go back and start
You're
playing it
laughing
from the
because I'm
beginning.
funny.
Yeah, sure.
You're laughing because I'm hilarious. Okay.
Yeah.
What was my first impression of you, anyways?
Mm-hmm.
I can't say that I thought you were happy. I'll just say like you seem very like settled into yourself. I don't know. I don't know about happy, Sha.
I
You
don't know.
just
I
seem
think a lot of
very.
people just go around saying, "Oh, that guy, he's always smiling, like he's always happy."
Well, bitch,
Sometimes I
why is
try
it that
to
you're
be
always
like
smiling?
upset. I said just sometimes I'm in like an environment and I'm like, you know what, this is new. I don't want everybody around me to be thinking, oh, that boy that smiles a lot. So I'll just kind of
Mm,
yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Now I would say that like you just seem really like you know yourself. I be yeah. I'm not speaking past tense. You're not there. Like you know yourself. That's how I've always like
I don't know
seen
if I
you.
know myself fully,
Your first impression, I
but
guess, was like what hit me was your style, and
oh
then I was
yeah,
like,
there's
oh,
that.
okay, like for you to dress like that, that means you probably know what works for you best. And I always feel like people who have really good style are very like in tune
I could
with
be because they
themselves.
bullied them in junior school to have
Well,
style.
lucky the
It could
people,
be
people,
that.
people
It
who
could
like
be
people
that.
who like
So
are like shit on in secondary school
yeah.
and think that they are dead guys. They always come out
No,
to
that
be
was like
very
just
like
one, just one though.
for you. I'm
Yeah.
talking about people in general.
This was like one time in just one, and I was like, you know what? I
Fuck
can
yo.
afford this, so I don't know why you guys think it's such a big deal.
To like what?
Huh?
To like what?
Mm,
Like
we are
outfits.
not revisiting my childhood
Okay.
trauma.
Sorry. Sorry. Okay. You listened to the episodes, though, right? Like, so what would you say? I talked about how like you have to face yourself and be honest with yourself. Right? Sorry, I just brought you on a different tangent, right? But like, I'm just wondering, like, was there a point in your life where like you just had to like sit down with yourself and be like, bruh, what the fuck are we doing? No.
Several points, I
Okay.
guess.
How did you like? What brought you there? Can you say?
Now, one of them was possibly at some point the direction, like when it comes to like the profession. I think there's a
Okay.
lot of pressure from like the society towards like men making it big. Right? I
Yeah.
think there's loads of whether
Yeah. There
anybody
is. To
wants
be
to admit
fair.
it or
Yeah.
not,
There
right?
is.
And yeah, at some point in my life I was like working and I was just like, Alby, you can definitely not feed your family from this stupid as
Yeah.
it's not stupid because
Yeah.
I enjoyed the work, right? But
Mm.
it didn't seem like I could achieve much as at
Yeah.
then, right? Like
Yeah.
I said, I've always had like big dreams. I don't think I've ever at any point limited myself to just oh let's just like manage. Let's just like make it, right? So I
Yeah.
don't think I have. So I think that's like
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, so that's an example though.
Yeah. So like at that point we're just like, oh, okay, but like what about like with your person, though? I'd be like that also is part of your
Explain.
person. Like, let's say you were going in circles, you were not really like wait, have you ever lied to yourself before?
Not really.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
actively, so I can't think of
You
any
can
time.
not
Because
actively.
if I say, oh, I'll be like deep down, I always know. So it's not really lying to yourself because
Mm.
I'm always so like, I'm not running. I'm always
You're not
so,
running. You never run away? Like you've never been like chasing something or running away from something before?
not really. I can't think
That
of
must be
anything.
nice.
Yeah.
That must be really nice. But then to be fair, I kind of knew that that's what you were going to say because you okay, but like you've never had like an identity crisis, nothing.
No. No.
Yeah, so you always know who you are. Guys, this is the model we're looking for.
Amen. Amen.
This is
Yeah.
definitely the model we're looking for. Interesting.
Hmm.
Okay. So I don't know then I wonder if like this next question will now count because I think the next question is What's something you regret? Do you have regrets?
Do I have regrets?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
The silence is crazy.
yeah, yeah. Everyone has regrets. Pretty.
Can you give us like context though?
Context of
Like
regrets.
what? No, like was it because of something that you did, or was it because of something that you didn't do? Did you like
I
fail
don't know. I
yourself?
can't think about anything off the top of my head,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know.
Mm,
Possibly it could be possibly meeting people. It could possibly being in
okay.
a situation. You meet people and you're just like, oh, I wish I never met this this idiot,
Fair, fair.
right? And
True though.
yeah, yeah. There's that. There's probably just being in a situation that you feel like you could have prevented.
Yeah.
There's the educational aspects of probably just reading more or just
Yeah.
random stuff
Okay.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So I don't think like
Nothing
I've had
grand.
something exactly
Nothing grand, huh?
something so big that
No,
I'm
it
like,
must be nice to be you, Alby. I can't lie.
if you stick by
It
the
must be.
books,
It must be. It must be nice. Do you think that like your environment or how you grew up like played a part?
definitely, definitely. My dad was fucking. Can we swear here?
Yes. Yes, you can
Well,
swear.
my dad was strict. My mom too. I mean, she wasn't like she wasn't so strict, but she was okay. Like when she needed to be. Imagine having four sons. Of course, you'll be a
Yeah.
mad woman at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think upbringing played like a major role. So
Keeping you on the
yeah,
straight and
yeah.
narrow.
So I tried my best just not to be put in like situations where it made me kind of conscious about making mistakes. Do you get? So even
Mm.
if I make mistakes, they'll be like, yeah, they'll be like, I just remembered one, but I can't say it. I can't say it. You don't
Okay.
know who's listening.
Okay. Okay, fair though. Okay. Okay, yeah, I don't know. I feel like you said some things that like I needed you to say for people
Mm,
to hear though, so that's good. What advice do you think your 45-year-old self would tell you?
nothing. Nothing. Because
Ah, you
I
think that you're a
think you're
superstar
meant
already?
to like
Mm.
experience. I think you're
Oh
meant to
yeah.
experience life, and
Okay.
there's I mean sometimes you haven't met like older people that give you advice sometimes and you're just like this is a very shitty advice. I don't know
Yeah.
about you, but it
Yeah,
happens,
but like
right?
speaking
And
about yourself
yeah,
though,
but
your
what I'm trying to
trajectory.
say, yeah, what
Mm.
I'm trying to say is that it doesn't age shouldn't be a factor about
Mm.
like how you see yourself.
Okay.
That doesn't make sense, but you just said
No, like I
okay.
get what you mean though, because like I get what you mean because I feel like it's not about the age per se, it's based on the understanding,
Mm,
right? Or like the experience. I don't know if age defines experience. Like you can be a certain age and be like I won't say whether because I will not lie to you at the same time though I don't downplay like because like with age comes
definitely,
experience
definitely,
like
definitely. You
it
can't compare yourself to like
exact I still cannot compare
when you're like
myself to a
six.
45-year-old version
Definitely.
of me which
I'm not version of you. You can I can compare myself like, to like a
are you
35-year-old version of some other person. Right. So
yes okay
that's
yeah
precisely my
but
point.
then you see the question
Yeah,
is you
yourself.
you
I know,
yeah
but genuinely I don't think okay, I'll give you an example. I don't think I can go back in time and give my 12-year-old version of myself an advice.
really
I'll just say, live your life. Like, there's nothing,
yeah
like,
okay
there's nothing so grand that I want to go back in time to change.
but do you know what that just means that like for like maybe like you've just always been like that means you stay true
I don't know.
if
I
you
don't
don't
know.
if you
I
don't
don't
because
know
if you
about
don't
that.
think that like there's like some
I mean, I've
advice
made mistakes. That's
yeah
not
so
my
like
point. I'm
that's
not saying I haven't made
mm-hmm.
mistakes, but I'm just saying nothing is so grand to warrant me going back in time to tell me,
Yeah,
oh,
I
I'll
don't know.
be
Maybe okay, but that's a good. I feel like that's a good thing, though. Like that's not bad. It means that like everything was intact. Because personally, I will tell you that like even now I know that like an older version of me will have something to
I
tell
think
me for
everything
sure.
aligns, always does. Like even if it's not planned, it just aligns. Like
Mm.
I
Like
don't know, life
if you
aligns.
were not that person, like you probably wouldn't be this
Yeah,
person now.
yeah. It's
I think
you are always meant to make
I
those
think some
mistakes.
of those like it's not even necessarily about mistake, but like maybe like responses and damages that like I don't know how to explain that you can be like, oh, um, you definitely see things better. Like it's just like advising yourself. Like there's a 15-year-old version of me that like did not know better, and I'm like, if I had had the opportunity to be like, hey, you either like this person do not have the right to do this to you and like you felt wrong in a misplaced way. I mean, I know that's now maybe that's me still educating myself now, like that's I have to comfort
I
my
mean,
inner
I
like
get,
child, right?
I get.
But then like if you don't have any you for me, if you don't have anything to say to your past, to like if you don't have any like wound you need to heal in your past version of yourself, then you're indirectly saying that like you've stayed consistent, kind of like you definitely see how like every situation that
You know
played
what?
out in your
I would
past.
actually give myself one advice.
Okay.
I'll say
Okay.
buy Bitcoin. I'll
Oh
say
my
buy
god,
Bitcoin.
no
I think
god.
that's the only advice. Literally, I'll say buy Bitcoin.
That'll be no
Because
fucking
then I
way.
say Christmas money, those like one kid that they used to come
Yeah.
and give you.
Yeah,
At the end of this stuff, I think there was one December that I had like close to like 6-7K, and this was around what 2012. So 6-7K was still kind of, it
mm,
was still exactly. If only
yeah.
I just bought Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I wasn't thinking then. I just wanted to buy Tom Tom.
You've actually killed me.
Yeah,
But
so
okay, yeah. I get what you're
you
saying
see,
and
it
what
goes
you're not
back to
saying.
what you actually value, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Later, you call yourself the comedian, but okay.
I am.
Yeah, 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 sure.
I
I agree
am
with
though.
you. I agree
I
with you.
am though. You see the thing, like this is like literally just like a side note and a side hustle.
Mm,
Because I'm actually
stand
genuinely
up, yeah.
funny, yeah. 1000% funny. But for some reason, like nobody ever wants to admit it
Mm,
out loud. But you
okay.
laugh at my jokes. You laugh at my jokes on this
They're so
episode.
funny. They're so funny.
And yeah,
Yeah, I
they
agree.
are so funny. You can
Mm.
be as sarcastic as you want,
No, I'm
but
not.
yeah, I'm fucking funny, guys. Take notes.
Yeah, period.
Anyways, next question. Um, okay, this is good from the last question that we asked. What was the best slash worst advice you were given?
That was given.
Yeah, like the best advice you've gotten and used and it helped. The worst advice you got and used and like made your life shit.
I don't know. I can't. I don't know. Honestly, if you're advising me and it's bad, it's entry one. Yeah, leaving the other
But
end,
like
so
you
I
wouldn't
can't
know
even.
that it was bad yet though. You know it's bad now because you used it.
If I thought it was bad then, I think that would be
No,
like a
but you don't
regret.
really understand. Like
Okay, go on.
if you someone told you something, you thought it was practical, you used it and then it wasn't. So that's how you know that it's bad advice from usage.
Mm. I can't think of
I can't think of
Yeah,
anything. Huh?
and even if I do, it'll sound like educational. Like it's not. It's
Mm,
nothing so life.
it's
It's
more
not so
around life
social
there.
exactly.
Okay.
So it's yeah.
But like best advice too.
I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know.
Damn, this nigga don't
What's
be getting
okay? How about
advice,
you?
yo.
How about you? What's the worst advice and the best advice?
I don't know if like giving, but like I know that the worst advice I definitely internalized was probably like the way I used to move with people. Like I don't know if like someone told me or if I just like got it from like society or the internet. Like we all like to preach not giving us. I don't know how to explain it. It's like you don't really give yourself, and you're kind of like cold, unemotional, like you know, like the
Someone
status. Everyone.
advised you to be
I said I
cold.
don't know if somebody had. In fact,
No.
I think I definitely actually gave out that advice for
You said be
sure.
cold.
I mean, like be cold, like as in like stone cold, has cold hearted, something like that.
Wow.
I don't mean like actual cold now. Be
Give me an
fucking for real.
advice.
What the hell? I should advise
Yeah,
you.
give me an advice. Random.
Um, go out.
You know how many times I've gotten that
Go out
advice.
and do shit.
Come up with something new.
Huh? Like, but what if it's valid though?
I don't care.
Okay, you want me to tell you something new?
Yeah.
Um, um, follow your dreams.
You see what I'm talking about?
Oh gosh, I actually don't have like any.
Advice for me.
I don't have advice like waiting on my fingertips to dish out.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Fair enough.
What's the best advice I got? I don't know. I know like definitely the best lessons I have definitely learned. The best education I've ever had was like being in my friend group. So I feel like my friends definitely like taught me about accountability for sure. I don't know if it was necessarily directly, but like we always keep ourselves accountable. So definitely, if that's like if like advice is not just like verbal, if it is also by practice, then I definitely learned how to
Mm,
be accountable.
mm.
Yeah, but then I also got really good at like running away from accountability. So easy to be on the so it's so easy to escape. But yeah, if you love somebody, you need to kind of like be responsible as well. If that makes sense. So if that's the advice you want me to give you, I'll give you the
I know all
advice
of
as well.
those things already.
Okay. I have nothing to say to that.
Mm-hmm.
What's the hardest decision you've ever had to make? This is kind of like a get to know me, huh? Like my listeners are getting to know you.
Mm.
Yeah.
I guess it was definitely changing like fields.
You change fields? I
You
thought you
know,
said you always wanted to be a lawyer.
yeah, but I kind of changed fields because that's not what I studied in my first degree, was
But I
it?
thought that was just because your school didn't have it.
Yeah, but that's still the point. Like that's I could as well just have continued.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that I had to like change,
Mm.
right, is yeah, it was quite difficult because that would mean another how many years of my
Yeah.
and being like myself, obviously, like there was a position that I saw myself in at this point
Yeah.
of my life.
Yeah.
You get and having to go back to the beginning, it
Yeah.
had to be hard, no matter how
Yeah.
you get.
Yeah.
Because obviously, I didn't need it. It wasn't in my house. Like they are fine. Once you have a degree, everybody's good. Like nobody will kind of pressure you and say, "Oh yes, go and do this." Like
Yeah.
it stops once you get your BSc or whatever.
Mm.
That stuff is good. And definitely, I wasn't under any pressure to do
Go back.
whatever
Yeah.
I wanted to do. You get so it was kind of hard, can't lie, because definitely right till now I still see some of my friends and I'm like shit, like I should have been like
There.
you
Right.
get I should have been kind of ahead, but
Mm.
yeah, but no like regrets I guess because
Mm. Hashtag no
being like the
regrets.
person that I am is kind of half half. Like you
Yeah.
can't eat your cake and
And
have it,
habits.
so
Yeah.
it's fine.
But then, like, do you think that, like, maybe you have wanted more pressure from your parents? Because, like, I actually just talked about this on an episode, right? And, like, I think there's such a thing as, like, too much pressure, but then it looks like
More
also there's
pressure for what?
to, like, study. You said there's no pressure, like, as long as you have a degree, they're good, right?
No, the first time.
Yeah, like,
You
the
get
first degree, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like, did you, like, was there any pressure? Like, would you have felt like, okay, maybe if you had, like,
Obviously
if everyone had insisted that you studied the law the first time around, like, would you have like
I think I would have
think I've been
failed, but
better
that's
off?
not even that's not see what I'm saying now. Don't,
Okay.
don't play. But like I said, I've always felt like everything kind of aligned.
Mm.
If I had done it the first time,
Mm-hmm.
I think I would have broken on that. Like I'll probably drop out because I did some stuff in uni, and I'm just like, how these kids understanding it? Because when I
Yeah.
was their age, I would definitely not understand it. I'm
Mm.
talking like I'm 75,
Mm-hmm.
but precisely I won't have, like,
Mm.
my brain is just that slow. You
Yeah.
get, so it just had to. I just had to.
What?
Yeah, literally. I started school early,
Okay.
and I used to fail a lot throughout my primary school, and it
Yeah.
was precisely because I started school early, so I wasn't really um understanding stuff that I was meant
Mm.
to understand. You get,
Okay.
so I understand the concepts that I'm speaking of
Okay.
about, like being too
Young.
yeah, being too young for a certain class, because it happened to me.
Okay.
And now I don't feel too young anymore. I feel like, oh yeah, if this people are knowing it, I should know it too. You
Yeah.
get, so that itself just
Yeah.
makes me kind of
I
want
get
to
you.
know it if I don't know it.
Yeah.
You get, yeah. So I don't know. I would have always wanted it this way. Did
Yeah.
I get pressure from them, or do I think a pressure from them would have changed anything? I didn't get any pressure from my parents in uni
Yeah.
at any point, but I think it wasn't kind of expressed. Like they didn't come out and say, "Oh, Alby, you have to pass. You have to pass. If you don't pass, you get."
Yeah.
But it was kind of implied in a way,
Yeah.
like, "Oh, your brother graduated with a good score. Like he's so good. That means you know what to do. You get, like, it's
Yeah.
kind of, you know what to do, and it ends there. And
Yeah.
if you come home with your results or something, like nobody cares. Like
Mm.
from uni, my mom would never call you and say, "Oh, Alby, what was it?" I'll
What's the
show her if
maths
I want to
for?
show her. Do you
Yeah.
get? I'll show her if I want to, and we'll talk about it, and she'll be like, "Oh yeah, you tried." You get?
Yeah.
My dad doesn't even know what it looks like to begin with because he didn't go to uni,
Yeah.
so he's definitely not about to say, "Oh, Alby, what did you
You
get?"
get,
He
yeah.
is only the
Do you think that like the ease with that came from the fact that your dad didn't go to uni?
not really. My dad has always been kind of, he doesn't understand the concepts, right? But
Mm.
he will make sure that you know that you're not meant to fail. You
Yeah.
get,
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
just that easy. My mom understood the concept. That's
Yeah.
how we went through secondary school. So my mom would tell my dad, "Oh yeah, this is what Albie did. Oh, he failed in this one." Even to my mom, see, there was even fail. So she
Yeah.
go, "Oh, he did this. He did this." You get? And my
Yeah.
dad is like, "So you went to school and you failed after paying all the school fees?" You get?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
just at some point, he just went, "You know what? Like you're old enough to have sense. Like if
Yeah.
you like, just
Even
do
though I
your
was
shit."
talking more so on like the degree choice.
He didn't even know about the degree
That's what
choice.
I'm saying. Like, so
Mm.
like, do you feel like
If he knew, I think he would have probably said, "Oh,
maybe you
maybe you
should
should do something else."
mm,
But
wait, hold on. Like your dad didn't even know like what you were going to study when we were going to uni.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
Okay.
found out when I was in my third year,
I
and he was
see.
like, "Alvin, do you want to change uni? Do you want to go to Babcock?"
Oh yeah. That's what
And
I'm saying. Like, so do you think like I guess like you're
it was a
still kind of
question.
running around like
He didn't force me. Do you get? It was a
yeah,
question. He's like, "Oh yes," he was saying it in Igbo. Like, I don't understand what this course that you're doing. Are
doing
you sure
is
you don't
yeah,
want to
gonna do
change?
another
Yeah,
one.
and I'm like,
Damn, took him
I'm
3
in
years
my
to
third year,
notice.
and we are talking about this. Like, forget it. I would have to graduate then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Think about it, huh? Do you
yeah.
think that like maybe he very supportive of you getting like your second degree?
I think he was probably possibly happier than I was. That's
Yeah.
what I'll describe him as. I think
Mm.
both my parents were possibly, but now we are talking about academics.
Yeah. No,
Why?
but it's not possible.
Okay,
Everyone like goes to school. Everyone
not
that is
everyone.
listening, you're right. It's not everyone, but like most people are. I do think education. So I wish everybody could go to
I
school.
don't
So,
think
but
everybody should
everybody
go to
has
school.
gone to. You don't think education is important?
No, I think once you can read and write, and you can do like basic math, I don't think you need school. I
Okay.
mean, not everybody. Some people
I don't know
do,
how this
but
statement just took me out.
I
Like I
don't
don't even
think.
know where to come
Should
at
I
you
should I
from.
explain why? Should I
Yeah,
explain why?
explain please.
I think some people's
Frontal lobe.
Like their brains work differently
Hmm.
in a sense that by using like a computer, people don't go to schools sometimes to learn how to like code some shit. Like that's facts. Like sometimes people just not code is
But
too,
they are learning.
but
Isn't that for a form of education?
it is. But now I'm talking about strictly talking about formal education. I'm
I wasn't
strictly
just
talking.
talking about
Okay, that's
formal
where I was coming from.
education.
I'm
But
talking
like
about
to an
a
extent
running.
though, formal education is also kind of necessary because like it teaches you how to relate with other people. You don't think so?
When people are kind of working like the Igbo system of doing Onwa boy, aren't you
Mm-hmm.
really relating with people already?
But that's in a specific environment. Like there's no diversity.
Yeah, but you're making money. That's what matters.
But that's not like. But
That's
that's
what
not. But like, if,
matters.
okay. Well, if you're looking at it like that, then like obviously you don't need to go to school to make any money, right? We're not talking about money. We're talking about like experience and exposure and people.
Honestly, I don't think those things really matter. I mean, they matter to me, but I think if there was like a way, like if there was like two, two hands, pick one. One had these three stuffs that you just said. What did you say? Experience
Experience, exposure.
and whatever
Can't
you
remember
want
the
to
last
add
one
as
I
the last
said,
one,
but
and the
yeah.
second one has money, bro. That's it.
I think that
So
like, but I see like even in the making of money, like because speaking as like okay, my dad, right?
mm,
He went to school, but like he's basically a trader. Like that's like the simplest way to explain it, and I can
mhm.
see so much how like being around people, managing yourself in a school environment, like there needs to be you need to like beat that educational system. I think like to be able to like
I don't know.
you don't think so?
I don't know. I honestly like everything still boils down to who you are as a person. Now, I'm not saying it applies to everybody. I never
Yeah,
said that from the
you don't
beginning.
think
I
it's a
said
leg
there's
up?
some people. I don't think it necessarily is. Because an example, I literally I said my dad didn't go to uni, right? I don't know if he went to secondary school, but I literally said my dad didn't
Yeah.
go to uni,
Mm-hmm.
right? And he's doing fine. He has always been doing fine. I've never known my dad not to be doing fine. Like, do you get
Yeah,
like
but like,
I've
okay, we're
never
not
known him.
talking about.
And these around people that went to school, like these around people that went
Okay,
to the so-called uni, people that got masters. Like
yeah,
it doesn't matter. Like
but
honestly,
okay, well, but like, you think I'm not talking about like success. I don't think you need to go to school to be
that's where I'm
successful.
coming from.
No, I'm not talking about success. I'm talking about like the human experience. I'm coming from a position of like me exploring, exposing yourself to different. You think university is so diverse. Like there's so many types of people from different backgrounds. Like you learn like you probably learn how to like handle different types. You get different types of situations in uni. You get different types of
I
like
think you
connections
get
in
different
uni.
types of situations in life. I think you get connections in life. But we'll just agree to disagree because
I think
I
I get what you're saying, but I don't know why I just feel like
I feel
the
like you're so
education.
convinced that education is key. And I'm not disputing that. You can be, you're right. I think it's key
Yeah,
for me because
mm,
of the profession I'm trying to like go
yeah.
into, right? I think it's key for
You don't
different
think it's
fields.
key?
But I don't
It's
think
like
generally, I don't think we can generalize it and say, oh, people that don't go to uni, they are missing
no,
out
no,
or they are
no,
not.
no,
I,
no,
I,
no,
I, I don't
no,
see it
no,
that
no.
way.
I don't know. It's nobody's missing out, right? You still
Exactly. That's my
everybody comes
point.
out and missing to society, but it definitely gives you. You don't think it gives you like a leg up?
It doesn't give some people any leg up. Honestly, it doesn't
Okay,
give so. That's why I said it depends. I started off with saying it depends individually, it depends on the
okay,
person. You get
okay.
obviously I won't give birth to kids and say, oh, all my kids don't go to school. Like you look at them, the people that can survive without school. I'll say, yo, if you come to me and you tell me, oh, I think I can, and deep down, I think you can survive
Vibe
without,
without
I'll be like, yeah,
school,
fine,
no problem.
go
Don't
and
go
do
to
your shit.
school.
Like
I don't know, like, because like when you come at it as like an as an
level,
like an
yeah.
individual thing, like obviously I'm partial to individuality, right? So I would be like, yeah, I mean, like focus on the child, but I just don't know why I'm just like convinced that um
Education is key.
not like it's not even just that like education. I wrote it down somewhere. I can't remember in the exact words that I put it, but like education is a tool. Education is like a tool to further like find like ways of expressing yourself as well.
And
Like the more you learn, the more you know. And okay, fine. Okay, maybe I can learn something from what you're saying and be like, okay, it doesn't necessarily need to be formal education, but like at the end of the day, the formal education puts you in a specific kind of environment.
I think in current Nigeria, like in
Mm-hmm.
situation of things right
Mm-hmm.
now, right? I think sometimes these degrees don't really matter.
Oh yeah,
I think
it's not about the
sometimes it doesn't.
degree,
Okay, you said it's about the experience
exposure
to
and
the
the
exposure.
exposure.
Honestly, like I see why you'd say that because going to Covenant, they'll be like, "Oh yeah,
Oh
Covenant kids are."
brother.
Wait, can I finish? Can I finish? They'll be like, literally, I went to work now, right? And
Mm,
they will first day at work, they're like, oh, so you went to Covenant? Oh, that's a really nice school. Like we had people that interned for us from Covenant, and
yeah,
we've always had nice experiences. That's
yeah.
something that's constant. And honestly, I don't think it's cause of the degree, because nobody really cares about the degree, right? I think
Mm,
it's cause of the environment, cause of the
yeah.
situation, cause of what it makes, how it makes you act.
But then guess what? Like I don't agree with like covenant system of like
That's good for
grading and
you.
education.
Honestly, that's good for you. Do I agree? I don't know. I'm not going to
The
judge for school here.
education is
That's
good for sure, but like you see, that's not a real, that's not even a real university experience. If you ask me, that's not
that's not a
real.
real university experience. You
No.
see, that's even, you're basically making my point for me. Okay, fine. That's not a real.
Because like when I think of
Wait,
uni, I don't
wait.
think of it in that like
Wait,
controlled
wait,
experience.
wait. So
Okay.
that's not a real university experience. You
Yes.
just definitely, that
I
means
said what
it's,
I
you
said.
said what you said, period. You just definitely made my points. Because if that's not a real university experience, and people can still come out and be like, oh yeah, certain people from a certain school behave very good when it comes to, which is not actually like being a real experience. And now
Mm-hmm.
my brain is kind of tangled up.
Yeah.
But basically,
Okay. Yeah.
what I'm
I
trying to
see.
say,
Because like we have two different backgrounds when it comes
we
to
have two different, when
university.
it even comes to education, it's two
Yeah, two
different
different
backgrounds
backgrounds. Hey, what the hell are you
in
talking
the
about?
university level. Like
Right,
it's two
yeah, what the
different.
hell are you talking about? You
When
just
it
say
comes to
trying to
education
shit on
now,
my
no, I'm
school.
not.
What the
You
hell is
literally you're shitting on my school the whole time,
what the hell
and I
is
didn't complain. this is not. This is not.
okay?
Do I think? Do I think they could have been more like? Do I think they could be better?
Mm,
Possibly, yeah. But I also think because of the environment we are in, I think the kind of the force, the control they had
mm,
over like the students, I
yeah,
think it would either break or mold you. That's how I see it. Like
yeah.
it would either break your mold.
It
A lot
molds
of
a lot
people
of people. A
get
lot of people get
expelled.
molded.
A lot of people to get expelled. So like, and when you come off, like when you graduate and stuff, like you're just kind of different. Even if you don't want to admit it
Yeah,
to
you
yourself,
are
you're just kind of different
different.
now.
Yeah,
And yeah, you come out and you're still trying to be
normal.
normal, and you're still, it doesn't go through
Not to
everybody.
say, actually, I feel like that I shouldn't have said that. Not to say that like see people aren't normal, but like there's definitely something in them that their school deposited there
Yeah,
for sure.
precisely.
So
And I think in it, I think it's good. But
okay, that's a personal preference.
that's my own personal opinion. There's some people that I wouldn't agree with, that I think they go like radically like
Yeah, I
extreme,
feel like
and
you have to have a very strong sense of self to like leave covenant to your own person. That's my opinion.
to leave.
To leave it to your own person,
I What do you mean?
like to not have too much of it in you. Because I have like I would say I have a friend that
I
I'm really
think a lot
close
of
to
people
who
are
went
like
to
that.
see you. Like she's the only one I know that like I can stand on the fact that like it passed through her for sure, but then she definitely was a definer there, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, let's just leave the
yeah. All of this. Yeah,
let's
keep
leave this. So
going.
this is definitely side talk.
Yeah.
The next question is how do you handle frustration? I'm actually so curious to know. Do you get
I try to
frustrated?
solve the problem.
Okay.
I always try to solve the problem. And if it's something I can't handle, I'm just like frustrated. I'll just use like a situation that's kind of bad. So I could be sad about it, I could be frustrated about it, I could be annoyed about it.
Mm-hmm.
All of this, these three
Mm-hmm.
stuff comes down to one reaction. After I try to solve the issue and it doesn't
Mm-hmm.
work, sleep. Sleep. Literally, sleep
You
solves loads of
particularly
problem. I just go to bed and wake up the next day. and I'm fine.
Okay.
Literally. So in my head, like, oh, actively, I'll try to solve the problem. But if I
Mm.
can't solve it,
Mm.
I'm definitely going home,
To go
taking off my
and
shoes, and
I'm
going
going
to
to sleep.
bed.
Oh my god, which is that's actually good advice, I guess. But then
No,
like
no,
people
it's
used to
not good
sleep.
advice
No,
because
like
I can't sleep.
you need to take
I
like
can't sleep.
I mean like you need to like good advice in the sense that like you should probably like if you've tried your best and then like there's nothing you can do, you should take a breather.
Yeah.
I'm saying like breather, not necessarily like you should
Yeah,
go and
because
sleep.
literally I try to sleep. I always try to sleep, but I don't sleep because I'll be dreaming
It's still
about
this
the situation. So,
but it's your way to
but it's
cope.
my way to kind of, yeah, because you
Okay.
can't help it, can you?
I wonder if anybody listening can relate to that. Using
I think
sleep,
a lot of
using
people can
sleep
try.
as like a coping mechanism for
Ah,
sure. Oh gosh.
it works wonders.
I wish I could sleep when I was like worried. I don't think I know how to sleep when I'm worried. Okay, how do you deal with disappointment?
Sleep.
Really? Disappointment is different
Anything,
from frustration.
see anything bad.
No?
Whether it's
Okay.
anything negative, bro. If
Mm,
you can't help it, just sleep.
mm.
That's my advice to you guys listening. Sleep,
Okay, go to bed. Clock out.
bro.
No. I don't say real tea because I don't want to face your problems, guys. Try and find your solutions to your
I said
issues.
if you can't solve it
I
now. I
know.
didn't say don't try and
I
solve
was giving like I wanted to
it.
make it very holistic advice. I don't want to just say and then go sleep.
Sleep.
Okay. Oh, this one is kind of name a time you felt you weren't good enough. Are you comfortable talking about something like that?
No, skip.
Okay. I'll just let it go. Well, I don't know if I could say I don't know. And you see, I don't know if I've ever I mean, yeah, sure. I feel like I've felt like I'm not good enough, but like I don't know if it has ever reflected in anything that I have ever done
I don't know.
before.
I think that's. I've always felt like I'm not good enough,
Hmm.
but that's what drives me.
I see.
That's what drives me.
Yeah,
Just I want to be better.
I saw that research too. Apparently, like overachievement is backed on like a sense of like not feeling like you're enough.
Exactly. That's what
Was
makes
that a
me.
good driver though?
Huh?
Is
I
it a
don't
good
care
driver?
what. I don't care what. When I
Okay.
think literally not. I'll just give this example and we skip, please. We're not
Okay.
going to talk about
Okay.
academics, right?
Okay.
But that's majority of my examples, right?
Yeah.
And in this particular situation, I start studying this course, right?
Yeah.
And I'm taking it, and at the beginning, everyone is like, "Oh, it's so hard, it's so hard, it's so hard," and I'm scared because everyone is saying it's so hard. So I
Yeah.
now put in my all,
Yeah.
right? I put in my all compared to like the rest, and it ends up being like my favorite course, and I go on
Yeah.
to do a master's in it.
Yeah.
So I think whenever I feel like something is hard, something is
Yeah.
kind of difficult, something is like above me, like
Yeah.
you get. I think if I really care about that something that I think
Yeah,
is above me,
you give you your
I
best shot.
just
But
give
that's
it my
also like
best
good
shot.
advice to
Yeah.
like the things that you're afraid of is usually where like you like once you beat it, like there's so much good comes out from
Let's say
beating that
snake bites you.
situation. The fun.
Some people are afraid of snakes.
So we should good night. But this thing you're saying about academics takes me to like in engineering, right? There's this course that it's called thermodynamics. Shout out to every
I
engineering student
remember
listening. Oh,
basic tech.
what? Yeah, I was so confused. I was like, where did you get your engineering from?
Basic tech.
No, but yeah, like there was definitely so much like drama about it, and in my school it was so dramatic. Like literally, like half the class would always fail in every, apart from maybe like mech students. I don't know because it's like a mechanical engineering course that were boring, right? And the first time I wrote the course, like I think maybe I gave up. Oh, funny enough, I think I gave up. I just felt like the mentality I took to it was just like let me just cross over. I never really failed an exam before. That was like the first, like, as an over 100 exam I had failed in my entire life. And I was like, I don't know, I just like gave up on
It
it, I
must
think.
be
Like, I
nice,
didn't
so
even try.
must be nice.
No,
If
I
that was
failed
the first
woefully.
one.
My dad asked me, my dad was like, did you write exam?
You said no.
I said yes. I wrote the exam, I wrote the test, I
Have
wrote
you seen
everything,
those
and that's
guys
what
that
like,
will randomly just come in and 5 minutes into they just stand up and
yeah, that was me. I
that
left
was me, yeah.
early. I left
That was me one
early.
exam too.
I left early, and everybody else was so convinced that I wrote something.
There
I
was
remember
one
one of my
exam that I slept off and I woke
what?
up at the end. I did not have anything to write.
You slept off
Yeah.
in an exam
I
hall.
didn't have anything to write, right?
Is it that in uni
Then
or in secondary
this is
school?
like my first degree. First degree, yeah. Because
You
there's
slept inside the
yeah.
exam. Damn.
If I tell you the course, you not blame me. Don't worry.
I almost want to
So,
say I respect it, but like,
bro,
damn,
I
that's
slept, man.
crazy.
I woke up. I woke up and I saw people collecting graph sheets, and I was like, he asked us to do graph because if you take graph sheets, I think it's like 5 marks. I said he asked us to draw a graph,
That's crazy.
and I couldn't even find the question that had draw a graph.
Oh, that reminds me of one exam I wrote as well, Sha. But like to come, don't tell the story. I think to complete my story, basically was that like after all the like then after I failed it the first time, right? But like the time I actually decided to like write it myself and figure it out and like beat it, right, bruh,
Came back stronger.
bro. I think I learned that shit in 5 days. Like not like as a stretch, not as a stretch. Can you stop that? But like 5 days of like being on that particular course. And I was just like, then what? Like, what is
What
the?
stopped you?
What was it like? What, I feel like it just made me feel like, oh well, like never say you can never do anything. Like never say that something is too hard for you
Yeah.
because like the only difference between you and that thing being hard is that you don't understand it or like you're not like. I feel like this episode was definitely like an education. This is mostly like how to go through like it's okay, how to go through like I don't know, like very academic, don't you think? It was very like
Yeah, I think
educational,
we just kind of use educational
educational examples,
examples.
but they're so
So I
valid
think
because it's what a lot of
yeah,
people do go through
yeah.
those. So I hope people can relate to what we're saying. And I think oh, this is one last question before I ask you your final question though, because you've been such a good guest. I'm proud of you. What is something in your childhood that has shaped you into the person that you are today?
Um I don't know if this phrase can work, but
Okay.
I'll say kind of parental validation.
Hmm.
I would say
This is surprising to me.
yeah, I'll say that because I mean my parents, whole family didn't or they don't act like obviously they advise like you can be a better version of yourself,
Yeah,
but they never at any point acted like, oh, you ran like enough.
I
You
see.
get so
That's
I
such
mean
good
at some
parenting, though.
yeah, at some point like you go to boarding school and people are like acting like, oh, who's this like shithead? You get like who's this like you get and my parents would be like, bro, definitely whatever their parents can do it times two. Forget all this
Yeah,
forget all this drama. You get my
yeah.
parents will literally clear the air on that. Like that's just show up. Like
Mm.
leave those kids. Like just like show up. And I think this was an experience that I kind of learned I learned myself, I guess, because I don't know. I feel like so many other parents might not do that. They might not like want to be there for their kids. I'll give an example. So as a Jess one, because
Mm-hmm.
Jess one was my darkest
Mm-hmm.
darkest era, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in Jess one, as a Jess one, I'd never left Nigeria before. And I go to school and people are like, oh, that boy is like so local. Because I was also living in Lagos. Like that's my
Mm.
first time in Lagos. I
Mm.
come into Lagos. I grew up in Alby. Definitely I have like an Igbo accent, right?
Mm.
I come into Lagos and in Lagos their kids are can be quite ruthless, right? And they're just going at me like, oh, where's he? He's even from the village. And I
That's
tell my
crazy,
mom
though.
one day, like, I
Yeah,
tell her, yo, like I can't keep being in this school. Like
yeah.
these people are literally they are stepping on me like crazy. And My mom was like, "Oh, fine." I didn't know she went home and she spoke about it with my dad. That vacation, literally, I was chilling in Prague,
Oh,
Czech Republic. Like I was chilling, like, and that
that's
was
so
like the
nice
first time,
though.
and it was definitely because I was getting
Yeah,
bullied. You
yeah.
get, my parents were like,
But they
"What is
backed
it?"
you up,
You get,
yeah.
what's it like? We can provide all these things. Like the fact that you're not doing it doesn't mean we don't.
Don't, yeah.
We don't, and that kind of opened my eyes. Like I don't care about
Other people,
other people. I don't care about what you think about. I know what we are. I know what my family is. I know what I
yeah.
am. So if you come out and you say, "Oh, Alby is this," or "Alby is like so rich," or "He's so poor," because there was this phase that some people thought I'm like, I know what I am. I'm not. You get.
Yeah,
I'm not that rich. Like I'm not even rich. Like I
yeah,
don't qualify myself as such. But precisely, like it makes me the fact that my ability to know myself makes me like I know how to react in situations. I know how
yeah,
to act. I know when not to do past myself. I know when
yeah,
to you get and that's really shaped like how I approach stuff
yeah,
and how I see myself. So I
yeah.
would say it's just that parental what did I even call it again? I used the phrase.
Validation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think like this just like banks on the theory that like sometimes like when your parents accept you and like make you feel like you're okay, you're really confident. I feel like it boosts confidence
Yeah,
outside
you're
because like
like
they're the
fuck
only
everybody.
they're like at the first stage of life. They're like the only people you
Yeah,
have
that
anything to
matter.
prove
Hmm.
to. Yeah, the only people you have to prove yourself to, and like it's kind of nice to hear that, and it's kind of nice to know that they're Nigerian parents like that. Not to say that they aren't. Though. I'm not shitting on my own parents, so but like, yeah, but like I don't know like it was the same approach, but like it was definitely the same message that they
Yeah,
were trying to pass across
yeah.
to me. It just wasn't the same approach, but like your parents really like
That's
it's
usually not my dad's approach. Don't worry. Like
yeah,
he's a
but they
he's
definitely like
evil.
they definitely like they showed up where it mattered.
Yeah,
Sha. That
yeah,
one definitely
definitely they
mattered
did.
to you. That was a
They
good
did.
example
Yeah,
to use. So
yeah, they did.
shout out to Alby's mom. Shout out to Alby's dad for real. Okay.
I'm not shouting out to them. Come and send me money.
Shout out to them for real. Okay, last question.
Okay.
And this is actually good because like you're going to take over the Frida Said word section with this. What um are your final words? Like what would your final words be? And like
Peace
what do you
out.
want to leave like
Peace
with the
out.
people listening to this episode today? Because you actually had like
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
You
Okay.
wanted to
If
say
that's
peace.
the
You
whole
wanted to
phrase,
say
I
you
thought you said
wanted to
my
say
final
peace
words. Peace out. But if we are going to leave something
on the Frida
with
Said word
whoever is
section, yeah.
listening, I think it's basically be yourself or live like
Oh
the
man, you can't say
best
that though
version.
because we will say
Live
that we say
live the
that on
best
every
version of
episode.
like yourself. Like don't give people less than you can give.
Mm,
Give people as much as you'd like to receive.
yeah,
So Ubuntu,
Ubuntu.
peace.
Oh, we didn't talk about that. I know, but it's okay. On another
No, I think it's
episode,
Ubuntu. They can
yeah, you guys can
research.
research
Yeah, and
that.
they get
Yeah,
like
maybe
the
I'll
vibes,
do
but
an
just
episode for you on
yeah.
Ubuntu. I think it's a love hate. It's a love hate relationship with the
Hmm.
concepts, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So that's all you have to leave for us.
Ah,
Yeah, I mean, like we actually it's a debate. I feel like we're going to have two different people after this episode who are going to be like, "Oh, education is a tool," and then be like, "Education, fuck off," because that was like the
yeah, you
highlights.
should.
That was
Yeah, you
definitely the
should get
tension
that.
in this episode. Yeah, I don't know if there was any like takeaway. I think like it was just mostly your experience, and I'm
Mm,
happy that you shared your experience with us on the podcast.
yeah,
Thank you for coming on.
you're welcome.
Will you come on other episodes?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. Shout out to those of you that got to this point. Follow us everywhere. Like, subscribe, comment, join the community, and I will see you guys on the next one. Goodbye.